Hey, it's Eden here from A Moment of Zen, and do you know what's going on here in this crystal? If you don't know what this is, what's happening there, then stay tuned and we'll talk
I
about
have
it.
this little piece of fabric set out here so I can show you these crystals with minimal distraction. So, what is a phantom quartz? From this you can see a little easier. You can see these different lines. And what are these lines? These lines are showing you the crystal's growth pattern. And what's happening is the crystal's growing and then it stopped. There was an interruption in growth. A mineral layer was deposited down and then the crystal started growing again. And in this one, and then that sphere, you can see it happens several times. You can see the various layers. Sometimes they'll be green, sometimes they'll be red, sometimes they'll be yellow, like this one. I'm pretty sure that the yellow is called limonite. And here's one that's sort of whitish, very clear. Not clear, but like whitish. Whitish. So what determines the colors and how many layers you've got? It's really just the growing conditions and what minerals are in the area at the time that this is happening. But let's move on. Let's talk about what are they good for? What can you do with these things? Oh, and this one also happens to have a rainbow right there in that kind of looks like the profile of somebody's face. Okay, so what is a phantom quartz good for? Now, if you're new to these videos, then I'm going to explain once again that what crystals can do for you, what you will experience is unique to each individual, and the descriptions are based off of the general consensus on what different stones do. Sometimes it's my own experience, and sometimes it's a mix of everything. So right now, I'm going to tell you what the general consensus has to say about phantom quartz. Some people believe that it brings about universal awareness. And what does that mean? Well, again, that's going to be unique to you. What does universal awareness mean to you? Does it mean you're seeing your role in the universe? Are you seeing the grandness of things? Are you seeing the connectedness of things? Now you got to kind of figure that out for yourself. What does universal awareness mean? Other people say it's reminders of the phases or the cycles of life, because you can see here the growth patterns. They start and stop, just like many things in our life. I'm trying to keep my cuticles out of the shot. Sorry about that. The cycles of life. Things start and stop over and over again. So maybe that'll help you work on that or remind you that things are cyclical. Other people say it helps to facilitate inner growth, and I can see that. I understand that because you can literally see the growth inside the crystal. Other people say it helps understanding and resolving excuse me, issues from your past. Just by looking at them, I don't know how I can interpret that, but you know, that's somebody experienced it, so let's go for it. Let's just say that it does that. You got to find out for yourself. So how do you find out for yourself how this would best benefit you? What do you do? I say you go ahead and meditate with your stone. Now don't get overwhelmed or upset when I say that, because I don't mean that you have to sit in a quiet room with ethereal music playing with your eyes closed and focusing on quieting your mind. No, you can just sit with your stone. Yeah, in a quiet room is nice, and if you have the music, sure, why not? But you don't need it. But it basically, whoops, there's a fuzzy stuck to it. Sitting with the crystal, focusing on it, maybe gazing into it and looking at the patterns and contemplating the growth, and just letting insight and thoughts come to you instead of focusing on your mundane thoughts like your to-do list and your grocery list and what have you. Just let the thoughts come naturally while you're focusing on the crystal and see what happens, see what you get. You know, and everybody's going to have their own different experience. So there we go. There are some examples of phantom quartz. And I mainly did the video because I noticed that a lot of people that come into the shop aren't aware of phantom quartz, what they are, what they do, how it happens. And so I thought, why not? Let's talk about it.
I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm going to show you this one again because I just love it so much. And maybe go through your crystals and see if you've got any phantoms in there, because some of them are really, really hard to see. Like this is fairly easy to see, but there are some that are real light like this that you have to struggle to see them. So maybe you've got some phantoms in your collection and you didn't even know it. Alrighty, I hope you have a wonderful day. Go play with some rocks, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.